So I'm here with you today, Anne Nicol from All Souls Parish Church.
That's right, in Blackman Lane, just round the corner.
Great. And what will you be doing this time tomorrow?
Well, interestingly enough, tomorrow I'm going to a conference which is run by the Samaritans. And every year, because I've been a volunteer for many years now, and every year we have a conference to make sure that our quality of our service is really good and make sure that all those people who are volunteers are doing the best they can for our callers.
That's fantastic. How do you think being a Christian impacts being a Samaritan for you?
Well, I think it's something to do with wanting to give back to people, but also to say that we were told in our Gospels that we must look out for people who are in difficulty, people who are in prison, people who are in need. And I suppose through the Samaritan organisation, that's one way of doing it very easily, because there's lots and lots and lots of people who are looking for support and help through the organisation.
That's fantastic. Now, I also know that you're fairly active in your church.
Yep.
So how does your being a lay person, how do you offer yourself to the church?
Well, I think being a lay person in the church is absolutely essential to do things.
Yeah.
Because so many people say, oh, well, the vicar can do that or the curate can do that. And what I'm saying really is that lay people should be taking on the responsibilities and working alongside the clergy in order to reach out to the community. Interestingly enough, we've just had an intern from the university, which is just behind us, and she is working with us as lay people to reach out into the community and find other ways in which the church can actually impact through mother and toddler groups, through a food bank, through a counselling service, all those ways in which lay people can actually be very, very active in their church.
So you've described there a number of ways of service to your wider community, of being part of community ventures, but I know that you also do take part in the structures of the church and in the governance of the church. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Well, as probably most of you know, we have a diocesan synod and we have a deanery synod, and we are always looking for people who can actually join those synods, be elected to those synods, in order to look at what the diocese is doing, how the diocese can develop and expand, and how lay people, and I'm really, really anxious about this, how lay people can play their part in the governance of the church. And it's very, very easy to do, because always we're looking at members for synod, both diocesan and deanery, and it's really quite an exciting way, you know, because there's so much we can offer, and lay people have so many skills, and really that's what we have to offer, and the church should be welcoming lay people.
Absolutely, and I think it's really important for lay people to understand as well that they can be part of the leadership of the church, that it's not just about being ordained as a vocation, that you can be a lay person and have a vocation to be in leadership in the church.
I mean, there are so many lay people who are leaders in their own way of life, in their careers, in their voluntary work, and that leadership can be offered to the church, and really the church should be welcoming that, really asking, saying, come on, get on board, do help us.
Thank you so much, Anne, for sharing that with us and for being such an important part of the lay leadership of our church. Now, if we were going to ask you what would you like us to pray for you today, what would you say?
I would pray that lay people should take every opportunity they can to get involved in their church, to use their skills, their talents, their abilities, to say to the church, look, here we are, and this is what we can offer.
That's brilliant. Thank you so much, Anne.